We are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon, and he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run. Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. Not much there, only a yard.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Open man is the tight end Troutman. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They'll look to pick it up with McKinnon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Robinson. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. James Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. He's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. Williams loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. And that one quickly went from a big play for the offense. I thought he might go the distance to a big play for the defense.
And how about the emotions for the defense on that play? It broke big. It was going to be an absolute disaster for them. And it turns out they end up with the football. I don't know that they're exactly celebrating. Definitely plenty of relief, though.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Robinson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the first half. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Winston sliding out of the pocket. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way in and touchdown Seattle. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks have made this a one-score game. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Second down, McKinnon. He'll have a first down past the 40. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. JRock McKinnon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Third time's the charm on the extra point as he gets this one to go. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early. Just a throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Williams running left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Play action now. Winston rolling to his right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On play action, Winston. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Winston. It's Kelsey on the grab. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Jameis to throw it. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Winston. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Touchdown! Darrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Throwing again on 2nd down. Ryan eluding the pressure right. And that's complete to Adams. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. 20. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Buying time to his left. A dump down to McKinnon. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They go play action with Ryan. It's caught here by Adams. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball. And
he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
3rd and 11, and some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. From the gun, it's Ryan. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check 31, check 31. Kill. Check 13, check 13.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll also wind up being the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Tackled by Jonathan Grenard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Play fake. Winston. Caught. Kelsey, left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier McKinney. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. So an opening drive interception to begin this 2nd half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the 2nd half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. Complete. Smith has it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Ryan. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Caught by Cobb. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. From the gun, they will run McKinnon. And boy, that hole closed quickly, and I don't think McKinnon got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Going for it with McKinnon. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Three tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Play action. Ryan. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Winston. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Again, it's Winston. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Winston. He'll get this one to Galladay. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now Winston. There goes a deep ball. End zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McCann, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively? Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those 1st downs, keep possession of the football.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. 129 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Now it's Ryan. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he will have a Steelers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On the run, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Now it's 2nd and 9. Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
When you're able to mix run pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains. I'm using every cliche I know. But that's how you get it done, because you're not taking negative plays. And that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Williams to return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what is...
He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with 14 seconds on the clock, they've got to go with the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Here's Ryan.
And he'll look for Adams again, and this time he's got him.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy.